Hello, welcome. I'm Alison Sanders. I'm an animator, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about overlap and follow through today. So, a lot of people tend to think of overlap and follow through as just tails and hair and cloth. It's a principle that a lot of people think of at the end. Actually, there's so much more to it, and it's something that you really want to be incorporating from your blocking stages into your thought process for your shots. The thing is that overlap and follow through can show so much more about your character's weight and physicality. A lot of it is, you want to think about it as what force is pushing my character, what force is driving my character, and what parts of the body are following along. And what this will help to do is this will help to break your character up a little bit and also make you think about force more and make you think about the physicality and what is the driving element of my character. For example, in this cat shot here, you can see that all of the driving force is in the hips in the beginning of the jump. So the cat sits back and the arms are following, the chest is following for the most part, and the hips are driving the animation. Now, once he gets up into the air, it changes. For the landing, the chest is the driving force. And all of a sudden, the hips are what's following because they've been pushed up into the air, and now they're just sort of riding along until the landing. And here, the feet land, and then the hips come in and settle in, and they're what's following. It pushes the chest forward ever so slightly. So you just want to start thinking about those things. What it will also cause you to do is make sure that your chest and your hips, for example, are not traveling together, because if one is pushing and the other is being pushed, at no point will they be translating together. You can use overlap and follow through to portray some of the emotional elements of your character as well. If your character is more thought driven, they're going to be leading with their head. They're going to be thinking, oh, what is that over there? And the head's going to go first and the body's going to follow. A lot of times when a character is reacting with a more physical reaction or a more immediate reaction, they'll react first with their body. For example, if someone goes to fake hit you, what are you going to do? You're not going to go, you're going to go, oh! You're going to pull back with your body and protect your core. So your body will react initially and your head will follow because it's more of an instinctual reaction. You can also use it for a character who's more relaxed. For example, in this cat animation, you've all seen cats do this. He leads with his head, and you can watch the rest of the body just follows down. And cats are fantastic for this. It's leaning with its head, and it's just sliding the rest of its body into it. It's just following through with everything else. So just things to think about with how your character reacts. In opposite to that, but still following the same principle, is this lion footage, which is fantastic because, again, leading with the head, but in a totally different manner. Leading with the head in a concentrated manner, and the rest of the body is really toned down and tight. And the overlap and follow through is very minimal in the sense of jiggling and bumping along. So with this, you can see that he's completely focused, and it's because he's a predator and he's trying to sneak up on his prey. And you can see how it changes the way he moves, and he's still leading with his head through this whole action. All of his body is following along and trying to stay in the same line. So in conclusion, the things that you want to think about with overlap and follow through, and you want to think about them from the beginning, not at the very, very end, is you want to take things like tails and cloth and ponytails and all of that will be straight overlap, and you can leave those to the end. But with things like weight and momentum and physicality, you want to incorporate the overlap in at the very beginning into your initial posing. And then you also want to think about how it applies with your character, whether or not your character is reacting physically to an emotion or reacting with a more cerebral reaction, and how that can affect your posing and how that will affect your overlap and follow through. And I hope this has helped you guys out, and I look forward to seeing your animations. Bye.